The scales of justice symbolise balance, equity and assurance that the legal system will not rush to judgment. The British government routinely condemns countries which put people in jail without recourse to a fair hearing. Could it really be that the same thing is happening here?
Justice for all is an absolutely basic tenet of democracy, but what happens if you have to appear in court and you can't make yourself understood? After all, there are millions of people now in Britain who don't have English as a first language. They might have to come to court as a witness or a defendant or a victim, and it is their right to a fair hearing that English speakers routinely get, that campaigners now believe is being systematically undone because of this government's policy of privatisation.
At the end of last year, the Ministry of Justice outsourced the court's translation service over fears it was costing too much and was too bureaucratic. Since then, courts all over the country have reported translators not turning up, of not understanding proceedings, of not explaining to the non-English speaker what's happening to them.
There is a great deal of fear about the administration of justice in the United Kingdom. It is no longer seen as safe. If you don't speak English in this country, you will not get a fair trial.
The company which won the government contract, Applied Language Solutions, only supplied an interpreter at all in 65% of cases during the first month of its contract, a situation it says is now being resolved.
There have been challenges. We are determined to get the service running at full efficiency, providing transparency of opportunity for linguists and fully supporting the Ministry of Justice, police and court services.
It's just starting to be recognised that this state of play may have been a breach of European law and may have led to any number of miscarriages of justice. This solicitors group is looking for a judicial review of dozens of cases.
Defendants whom speak English are able to exercise their rights fully. Defendants who come from small linguistic groups where proper translation facilities aren't provided have not been interviewed, have gone straight to charge, have been remanded in custody en masse. And we think that if there is an inconsistency between the justice meted out to the indigenous population and the justice meted out to people for whom English is a second language, then that is not a defensible inconsistency.
If an English person found himself on the wrong side of the law in another country and was put in a cell without understanding what was said to him, then the government here would cry foul play. Yet it seems that may be exactly what's happening to any number of non-English speakers here, with the scales of justice tipped against them. Laurence, Al Jazeera in London.